Welcome to On the Issues. I'm Councilman Jim Waring. Joining me on today's show is Phoenix Fire Deputy Chief Frank Salomon. Frank, welcome to the show.
Hello, Councilman. Thank you so much for inviting.
Oh, well, we're really happy to have you here. We did this last month with Police Commander Viner of the Black Mountain Precinct, and I thought it went well, and we wanted to recreate the same experience with the fire department. You know, we've had the chief on in the past, yes, and we've talked about specific issues, budget, and so forth. Right. But what I'm hoping to get out of this for our viewers is, you know, what's it like being a Phoenix firefighter? You just celebrated 35 years.
I did.
February 4th.
Yes.
I mean, that's crazy because you look like you're 40, so I don't understand what kind of
that just means
recruits we get. But so you started, I think, when you were 19, you said.
Yes, I was.
You can start when you're 18, but you were 19. You were in the same class with the chief. And I'm just hoping you kind of take us through your career, the different steps, the responsibilities. You're a definite deputy chief now, so yes, royalty, but you didn't start out that way. So I'm just curious kind of how things went, and was this always an aspiration of yours? And maybe just walk us through your story.
Yes, it's been an amazing and beautiful career, and I have so many people to thank for the opportunity that I have been given along the way. I mean, from the very beginning, I started out as a young cadet. I was 15 years old, and I saw firefighters respond to a young lady that had been hit by a car, and I went over there and I started helping her. Of course, I didn't know what was going on, but when the firefighters arrived, they were so good to me. Of course, they were great to the young lady, the patient, but they were so good to me. They just said, "No, you're doing a great job, sir. Just hold her head, tell her she's going to be okay." And I got to see what they did.
And you actively participated too, it sounds
yeah,
like.
and I was just a bystander, right? And how they treated me, that right there, just to me, I have to do that. I have to be a part of that. Didn't know much about the fire department, didn't know about paramedics, and so my school nurse at the time, I went to her and I asked her about it, and she said, "You would be a great paramedic, but you have to be a firefighter for the Phoenix Fire Department." So she got me some information on the cadet program, and then from there it was the start of of a love affair. It really has been for the fire service, for the work that firefighters do in our community, the opportunities that we get to serve the public, and to, yes, it's a dangerous occupation, we know that, but we train and we learn and we study and we take every opportunity to learn from other organizations across the country, and you know, we put them into play here to keep us safe as possible. But for me, it started back when I was that young, and initially I love cars, so I wanted to design cars. I wanted to be an engineer, but then I realized, no, this is my calling. I want to be on the Phoenix Fire Department. So I joined the cadet program, and at 19 is when I got the opportunity, and 19 turning 20, I was in class 85-1. So February 4th of 85 is when the class started, that morning, and technically that's when our time starts in public safety.
So can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
How did you, I mean, you went and filled out forms, or how does that process work? And how long is the training before you're actually in a station getting ready to fight fires or help people?
Exactly, that's a very good question. Actually, being in the cadet program, that's where you learn when the next test. So it's changed since in 35 years. It has really changed a lot. So at the time, I knew that the city was accepting applications at a certain
And you already lived in Phoenix?
Yes,
So
I was in Phoenix.
So it was a natural fit?
It was a very natural step, yes.
Did you apply anywhere else? Other departments, or?
No, I only had eyes for Phoenix at the time. And it was a personal thing. Yes, there are some amazing departments around us, Glendale and Tempe and Scottsdale. They're just excellent fire departments. But for me personally, as a young want to be firefighter, I had my eyes set on Phoenix Fire, and I wanted to work for the Phoenix Fire Department. A lot of it had to do with all the members that I had met as a cadet, those individuals that took a special interest in me. And you know, the old who packed your parachute? I had so many of our members that that helped me along the way, that really put things in front of me, my mentors, if you will, that showed me the way. And at first, it's really interesting, Councilman, is that I only wanted to get to the level of a paramedic captain. I just thought that position was the best position on the Phoenix Fire Department. You were still responding on an apparatus. You had the highest level of medical training that the department offered. You had all the tools that you could really make a difference and change somebody's life, from cardiac monitor to IVs and medication and defibrillation and you name it, establishing airways and extricating people out of vehicles, and of course responding to fires, right? Structure fires, and as a company officer, you have an opportunity to mold and to mentor your crew, to establish almost a legacy, if you will, and that to me is what I wanted. That was my goal when I started the program, and when I started into the fire service. And I reached that. I was able to go to paramedic school and become a certified paramedic. And at the time I was a firefighter, so I was a firefighter paramedic. And then I took the promotional process for company officer or captain, and I was able to get promoted. And so then I was assigned as a paramedic captain, and I primarily worked West Phoenix. I grew up in West Phoenix in Maryville, and I was drawn to Maryville. A lot of action. And to me, it was my community from growing up. But now it was a special feeling of my community because of the service I was providing, the safety. I would run on a lot of calls of people I knew. My parents were still in the neighborhood. So to me, I was attracted to Maryville. And that's where I say I cut my teeth as a paramedic captain and then as a battalion chief. So I was.
Can I ask, right?
Sure.
Now I don't want to interrupt, but
no.
So you got out of the training.
Yes.
And then, so there was extra training to go through the paramedic school. I mean, I assume quite extensive, probably not unlike medical school in a lot of ways in terms of class work and.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we managed it.
How long was that?
So it was a year.
So it's a full year to begin
exactly from your didactics, which is the classroom portion, to clinical one, which is half-day didactics of classroom and half clinical, to full clinicals where you're doing rotation. You do OR, labor and delivery, surgery, you do psych, you do all these rotations. And then you come back into the classroom setting and you go through what we call ACLS, Advanced Cardiac Life Support. And that is where you become certified in how to revive somebody from a massive heart attack, if you will. The defibrillation, the IVs, and the certain medication that you push for somebody who's in cardiac arrest. And
not every firefighter goes through this. This is just if you want to go to the route that you had chosen.
Exactly. Now, every firefighter on Phoenix Fire Department is an EMT, yes. Right? Emergency Medical Technician. And that's the basis to acknowledge through the state of Arizona as a medical provider. So all members of that. If you desire and you want the training, then you go through, you apply to be into the program, to get accepted into the program. You take an entrance exam and you go through an interview process, and if you get selected, then you go through a paramedic class. And now.
Was this before you'd actually been a firefighter?
No, I was already a firefighter.
So you were a firefighter, and then you applied for this. So you were doing the day-to-day, and then you said, I want to get this extra training because I have this ambition. This is how I want to help people. This is how I want to serve. Exactly. And then, so how far into your career was that? 1 year, 2 years?
Right after my first year of probation. So it was in '87 is when we.
So pretty quickly.
Absolutely, yeah, right from the beginning. I was an EMT, and I was already an EMT when I started the academy, and then we went through our initial, I believe it was 16 weeks of the academy at that point of our career, and then I went out in the field, completed my first year of probation, but then I was already working 24 on and 48 off. Right? That's a firefighter's schedule. And I did my different stations of probation, and then I was assigned to an ambulance. We had just been awarded the contract to provide our own medical, our own ambulance transportation system. So Phoenix Fire Department had our own ambulances, and I was assigned to an ambulance.
This is in the late 80s.
This was in the, mid 80s. Yeah, mid to the late 80s, yes. And so I was on an ambulance. I was on ambulance 15. At the time, we called them ambulances. Now we call them rescues. So I was assigned to an ambulance, and then from there, I was accepted into medic school, and I went to paramedic school. So
for a year, you weren't riding a truck or anything. You just were studying classroom.
Exactly. They move you into a 40-hour work week, if you will. And at the time, we were at St. Luke's Hospital. So we would go to St. Luke's Hospital. That's where our classroom was, and then a lot of our rotation was at St. Luke's. And of course, we go to County and Good Sam and all the other hospitals. But yes, and then after our ACL, it's Advanced Cardiac Life Support Certification. Then we would go out in the field and work with other paramedics as students, right? We would do our vehicular. And
so you sort of had a probationary period too after the year of extra training.
Well, we're still within that year of training. So we do have vehiculars. Once we come back from vehicular, then you have to take your national certification and, of course, your state certification. So if you're successful in completing and you pass the exams, you're now a certified emergency paramedic, a nationally certified emergency paramedic. And you return back to the field in the position that you came in.
And I assume not everybody makes it through.
Well, we have a very good track record. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, the goal isn't to wash people out, but it sounds like there's a lot involved in this.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's a tremendous amount of support that we get. We go into it with everyone will succeed. And that's the attitude of our training program. Everyone will succeed. You're here because you want to be here. You're here because the program is set to make you successful. And we're very, very proud of our success rate. It's about allowing people to succeed and giving them the tools to succeed with. And because of that, and then of course the support you get after you go out in the field and I returned to the field as a paramedic firefighter. So I was assigned to various engine companies as a...
Different stations around the city.
And at that time I was what they called a rover. In other words, every morning before shift, super early in the morning, you make a phone call down here to the central headquarters, and they assign you. So, Salomon, you're going to Engine 7 today. So I thank you very much. I get in my vehicle.
So you're living in Maryvale still?
Yes, I was.
Oh,
actually, I had just moved to North Peoria. I had moved. I bought my.
But
first
you could be
house.
driving over to the Scottsdale border. You could be driving
Sure.
over. Yeah, so it could be anywhere in the city the way you were doing it.
Exactly. And now what they do for rovers is they ask where the rovers live, and they put them close.
So
to
they
the
do
home as
factor
possible.
that in.
Oh, absolutely.
But they didn't then, it sounds
no,
like.
they didn't. They send you wherever they wanted to send you. So. And traffic wasn't as bad, and yes, we could get there. 8 o'clock was the time that we changed shift. So I roved around, and then I got a spot. I got a spot, and I had enough seniority to get a home, and I got a home on engine 7, and so which is at 3rd and Hatcher, right? So I served Sunny Slope, and I loved that time. That area is so diverse. It's so not only diversity in the people that we serve, but just there's mountain rescues in that area. There's traffic. There's structure fires. It's north central Phoenix, right? So I really enjoyed that. But remember, I still wanted to be a captain, right? So, and I had an opportunity to get into the hazardous material as a technician. So I applied for the hazmat program, and I got accepted. More school. So now I went through hazmat training, and once I completed the process and got certified as a technician level, then I got another spot. I got a position at Engine 41. Now, this is closer to your area now, up on Morningside, right in the access road. I was assigned to 41, and I was part of the hazardous material team, response team, as a firefighter paramedic. And then the captain's test came up, and I studied for 2 years nonstop. I mean, literally, that became my I would go to work, and the 2 days off I had, My wife was so good. I had babies at the time at home, and my wife said, no, you go study. I know this is important. So she allowed me that time to go study, and I was successful.
What's the test like?
It's a written test. It's a written test on the volumes and all our procedures. And if you're successful with the written portion, then you get invited to a tactical. In other words, you walk in and they give you a scenario. And the scenario could be a 2-story building, a high-rise building, a house, a church. And you are a first arriving company officer. And you have to demonstrate your proficiency in command, in radio, in communications control. And you have to be in what we call the right strategy. You have to be able to determine, is this a fire that we're going to fight from inside? Offensive, or is this something that I don't want to subject anybody because this building's getting ready to collapse?
Lives are at stake. Every one of these you do.
The decisions you make on the front end of one of these structures or a hazardous material incident are so critical. It sets the pace for the rest of the incident. And if you do a great job of setting it up, then the chief that comes behind you inherits a good incident. In other words, a good one to command, a good one that's going to have a positive outcome. If unfortunately you don't set it up correctly, then in many cases it takes a lot to try to upright it and get it to where we hopefully have a good outcome. So that's why the company officer position is so critical, and it takes a lot of practice and a lot of sets and reps, we call them. In other words, throw on the board a picture of a building, and then you assign companies to that. You assume that there's a fire on the second floor, and you say, how am I going to get the hose lines up there? What's my number one priority? A search and rescue. I have to search for victims. I have to rescue them. I have to stop the forward progress of the fire. I have to put lines between my victims and the fire. So all of that is the company officer on scene, the first one. So you go through that portion of the exam. And then the third part of the exam is an interview. So you get interviewed by some high-ranking chief officers on the fire department, and they ask you personnel questions. They ask you, what would you do in this particular case, that type. If you're successful, you get placed on an eligibility list. And depending on where you come out, your written score, your tactical score, and your interview score all get added up. Some seniority gets placed in there, and then you end up on a list. And depending on how many positions we have available, then you get promoted.
So it's sort of a wait list until the next
exactly.
spot open.
And that's when you get your first set of bugles. And so as a company officer, you get 2 bugles, but they're not cross, right? They're just parallel to each other. So and that's our first level of supervisors. It's almost equivalent to a sergeant position on the BD. So I became a company officer, but I was still a paramedic. Because a paramedic is an assignment, it's not a promotion. And so I was a paramedic captain, and that is when I asked to go back out to Maryville. And then I went to Maryville.
And that was your goal. Your career goal was paramedic captain, if I recall.
Paramedic goal, right.
So you'd already met your goal. And how far into your career were you at that point?
Oh, my goodness. I had
10 years, 15 years?
I had about 7 years.
So 7 years.
I had about, I want to say, Councilman, I had about 6 or 7 years.
It sounds like a long time, but keep in mind you were still in your mid-20s,
right.
You know, with a lot of responsibility.
Exactly, but it's funny, you know, I often say, you know, firefighter years are like dog years. Yeah. I mean, it is intense, and there's so many factors that impact you got to stay healthy and the exposures. But I did go back out to Maryville, and now I had a crew of my own, and I had a firehouse of my own, and so at this point, I had some mentors, some wonderful individuals like Chief Mike Duran, who was an assistant chief, and another assistant chief was Bobby Reese, who's now the chief of Peoria Fire Department. They were my mentors, and they start calling, all right, Frank, you know, the battalion chief is coming up. You got to keep moving forward. And remember, I at that time, I was loving being a company officer. I loved being a paramedic. I had really no desire to move on to a chief officer, but knowing my responsibility and knowing that it was going to be the best thing for the organization, and I didn't want to let my mentors down. So I threw my hat in the ring, and I went through the promotional process for
So let's
battalion
stop
chief.
here. You reached your career goal.
Yes.
How many people did you supervise at that point?
Well, I had my crew. I had a crew, there was 4 of us. So I had my engineer, who was the driver of the apparatus, and I was on an engine company that at that time it was 725. Now it's called 925. And it was based out of a firehouse at 72nd Avenue in McDowell. And so we had a big geographic area. We had the freeway, we had a lot of farmland, we had...
Yeah, it was spread out
Minerva.
then. Now
was.
it's changed a lot. But
It has changed dramatically since
But now we're still going back 25 or more years.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So I was loving it. But then the next goal was battalion chief. And I did love the whole tactics, the strategy when you arrive on an incident, regardless of what the incident is how are you going to affect change here? How are you going to make it better? Where are you going to place your pumpers, your lines, your ladders, your rescue, your personnel? How are you going to rotate your personnel? All of that is really intriguing. And to me, as somebody who has studied tactics, and I just said, okay, that's the next level as a battalion. So now as a battalion chief, you have a whole battalion. Oftentimes, it could be 8 fire stations on one shift. So you can have upwards of 50 individuals that you're managing for that 24-hour shift. And so I took the promotional exam, and I did well, and I got promoted to battalion. So that is where they cross your bugles and then they turn to gold. So your first level, remember your company off 2 bugles, and they're silver, and then they turn this gold color, and they cross. That's the first level of a chief. And if you're out in a battalion, but if the fire chief needs you in a staff position, they can move you into what they call a division chief role. It's the same rank as a battalion chief, but now you're managing a division. And I was moved into division of public affairs. And early on in my career, I did a lot of work with the Spanish media as a public information officer. And I gravitated towards public information. I really enjoyed that different side of the fire department. I had been in operations for many years. I had been a paramedic. I had been in hazmat, a company officer. But now this was something new. I can use another skill that I have, which was my language, to impart some very important. My thought is if I can avoid somebody injuring themselves and calling 911, then I'm really doing my job now. Because when we go out on a call, something bad has already occurred, right? So in public education, through either the media or through the schools or through community events, that's when we get the opportunity to really save lives, when we can educate somebody, give them the tools that they need.
Fighting the drownings.
Drowning education, smoke alarm education, CPR, seatbelt, distracted drivers. That's just to name a few of the many programs, car seat programs, that we offer our citizens. And that, to me, for so many years was my drive with the fire department. And I was fortunate to come into a division chief role. I came into that position as a captain for a little while. I got promoted to a division chief, and then a couple years later, I got promoted to deputy chief in public affairs. And from there, I was able to go out to emergency medical services as a deputy chief. I was a district commander for the west side, a district commander for the north side. I went to Homeland Defense Bureau as a deputy chief, and now in public affairs, back in public affairs as a deputy chief. There is about 35 years of experience in such a short time.
Well, I mean, half an hour doesn't do it justice, but I was kind of curious about sort of your career trajectory.
Yes.
You eclipsed your own youthful goals 30 years ago, basically.
I did.
It's kind of funny that, and then went way beyond what apparently you had envisioned for yourself. But I guess I'm curious, so we have deputy chiefs.
Yes.
How many deputy chiefs are there that divvy up the
That's a good
responsibility?
question. For us, if you look at our rank structure, we have fire chief, and then we have one executive assistant chief. We have the level of assistant chief, and then we have deputy chief. So, put me on the spot here, I want to say about 20, 25 deputy chiefs in the organization. I could be off a few.
It's a big organization.
It's a huge organization. And then we have division chiefs that are also managing divisions within the organization. Then we have our battalion chiefs, and then of course our company officers. So it various ranks, and it's set up very well. The span of control is right on par, which it should be. And our reporting structure,
We're not top
chain
heavy.
of command, not at all, not at all. I believe that we're lean. I believe our upper management is set up perfect, where those ACs have their responsibilities that really dovetail perfect to what we're trying to achieve in operations, which is really the field. It's where we deliver our services to the community.
Well, 35 years, you've got to be in the upper ranks of seniority, I would think.
I
in the
do.
department.
I haven't seen, Councilman, the seniority list lately. Definitely as a chief officer, I think I'm up there as a chief officer. The fire chief clearly has more seniority than me as a chief officer. But I think I'm up there somewhere in the top, in the top. And you know what's really interesting, I just thought of this, is that when I first told my mom and dad, when I was 15, right, that I wanted to be a firefighter, my dad looked at me kind of puzzled and said, okay, fun, you want to be a firefighter, but what are you going to do for a living? And I'm like, what do you mean? And this is all in Spanish, right?
Sure.
They're Spanish speaking only. And I said, what do you mean, Dad? He goes, well, back home, firefighters are all volunteers. Well, in most parts of the world, especially in Mexico, the majority of firefighters, and I do have a lot of relatives in Mexico that are firefighters, but they're all volunteer. They all have other jobs, right, to sustain their family, but they volunteer on weekends. So my mom and dad didn't realize that in the United States, the fire service is a beautiful career. It's a well-paid career. It's it comes with a lot of benefits, of course, and they didn't understand that. I said, so it took a little while for them to warm up to the fact that I was going to be a firefighter and I was actually going to be able to survive and make money.
You've definitely survived and thrived. It's you're back in Phoenix. I know you live in Phoenix. You talked about living in Peoria, but you're back in Phoenix.
Yeah, definitely. And that was my first house, and we moved back. I'm in Moon Valley area, the 24, 25 years, and raised my kids in that part of town. And of course, I love the city of Phoenix. I am a devout City of Phoenix employee, and I believe I work for one of the best fire departments in the country. And, I've had the pleasure of traveling and from being part of the Honor Guard and from teaching and being part of the FEMA Urban Search and Rescue Program. So I've seen other organizations, and I've not only visited, but I've had the opportunity to study their management. And I got to tell you, we can compete with any fire department in this country. What we have here in the city of Phoenix, not only us as a Phoenix Fire Department, but Councilman, is how we operate as a regional response system. Our model for response and protecting our citizens clearly puts the citizen number one.
Well, we as citizens have benefited from your incredible dedication and service to our city. And amazingly, that's it. We're out of time. We're out of time. I know. But if you have any questions or comments, please call my office at 602-262-7445 or visit my website at phoenix.gov/District 2. Frank, can't thank you enough for coming out today, and we look forward to seeing you next time on The Issues.